The South African Council of Churches has challenged the government to ensure that victims of the Marshalltown building fire did not die in vain. 77 people lost their lives when a state-owned five-storey building caught fire in downtown Johannesburg last Thursday. The SACC held a memorial service in honor of the deceased at the Joburg Central Methodist Church. Newzroom Afrika's Zikhona Tshona reports.
The deadly events of the early hours of the morning of the 31st of August 2023 remembered. In times like this, music and prayer can be of some solace. For survivors and families who lost loved ones, the wound is still raw and fresh. Last week Thursday, this building went up in flames, resulting in the deaths of 77 people. The South African Council of Churches supporting families held a memorial service on Friday. Survivors and families shared their stories.
I saw with my eyes people were burning into ashes. I've lost my 4 brothers in this fire, and it was the smoke that killed them all. It was only me who managed to escape from this fire when I used the window to throw myself down.
With many of the deceased burnt beyond recognition, some families are yet to identify their relatives. Peace James says she began searching for her parents at healthcare facilities a day after the fire.
From that day up to this moment, I don't know where my parents are.
Thank you. Among the survivors is a 3-year-old baby Islam Zikhona, whose survival is seen as a miracle.
This Muhammad, which I'm standing with him, the one who's holding is the son. So he survived, he jumped off, and the wife, he get bent, and the wife is in the hospital, and there's a baby which is 5 months, also she get bent, is in the hospital. But this is a miracle baby. She was still there in the building. While the fire workers, they stopped the fire, and the father insisted to say, you know why? In the building, there's still my son. Can you please go and get my son? And the fire people, they were saying, no, we have finished, there's nothing there. He insists for them to go up. When they go up to check, they get the child, and nothing was happened to him. No bend, no nothing.
The South African Council of Churches is calling for accountability and wants the identifying process to be concluded swiftly.
We must ask the question, how is it possible in this country to create a time bomb that allows 77 people to lose their lives? And therefore, it is not accountability only in terms of saying who lit what candle where. There is a social construct that created this reality that made us come here today and have more than 77 people dead. So we must then, as the council, we must then, as God's people, stand up and say, we want accountability. We want to know how can this happen. No country in the world can lose 77 people in one day and not be moved to act drastically to change the conditions of its people.
The council has called on churches and the public in general to continue supporting the victims. For Newzroom Afrika on channel 405, I'm Zikhona Tshona in Johannesburg.